Hello there, and welcome to my childhood. This Angry Birds Epic, one of, if not the greatest mobile game ever made. Now you might be wondering, what even is Angry Birds Epic? Well, let me tell you. Angry Birds Epic is a turn-based RPG game released by Rovio in 2014. That's pretty much it. The game, like many other classic Angry Birds games, was discontinued in 2019 and thus was removed from the Google Play Store and the App Store. But it doesn't end there. Although the game is still playable and can be downloaded through different ways, its support has ended, which means many features have been removed, making the experience pretty bland after a while. Because of that, many modded versions of the game have been released by the community, like Angry Birds Epic All Stars, Angry Birds Epic Ultimate, Angry Birds Epic Sub-Zero, and many others. In this video, I play a mod called Angry Birds Epic True Vanilla, since it's basically the original game. But anyway, enough of talking. The game itself has a classic setting for an Angry Birds game. The pigs have stolen the eggs from us and we have to get them back. In Angry Birds Epic, the main enemy is this guy, Whispig. In the beginning, he uses a spell on us, which nerfs us greatly and then proceeds to steal our eggs. In the process, this guy, called Prince Porky, kidnaps our friend Chuck, and that gives us our first goal: get Chuck back. In the first level, apart from the tutorial, we face quite an easy opponent, a rogue and a stick pig. This level just basically shows us how the turn-based game mechanics works. After a few swings of our mighty wooden sword, we defeat both of the pigs and win our first battle. After that, we are also introduced to the game mechanic, which is dearly loved by Rovio. Gambling.
Let's go gamble!
Anyway, after our first battle, we continue to the next level. And now we come face to face with a brute. This level introduces us to a few key game mechanics again. Charge attacks and support skills. Charge attacks are used by a lot of pigs, but brutes are the ones that mainly use them, since they can only attack by a charge attack. Brutes charge their attack 3 times before they do it, which deals quite a lot of damage. This is where the use of support skills comes in. In the specific level, we can only use red, which support skill with the night class is called Protect, which grants 55% less damage from attacks for 2 turns on the target. This is great against the brute, and after a few turns, we yet again defeat our enemy. After defeating the brute, Prince Porky starts running away from us with Chuck, who gets abducted into a cave, giving us our first wave battle, which are just normal battles but they have a few more kind of levels to them. After defeating a few basic pigs again, we have reached Chuck, who is in his cage. We free Chuck and he unleashes his great powers, killing the pigs in the process. And now we have unlocked Chuck. Chuck is one of my favorite characters in the game. His damage is not that high always, but he deals it to every enemy. Chuck's support abilities are also almost always great, although that comes with a few step backs. Chuck's health is very low, so he needs to be protected and healed quite often to prevent him from dying. Now that we have unlocked him and gone through a few pretty basic levels teaching us the use of support abilities a little bit more, we face Prince Porky for the first time. We have to utilize Red's Night Class's ability to force Prince Porky to attack Red, and then use Chuck's Shock Shield to damage him even more. And after a few turns, Prince Porky is defeated. Except he's not, and rather runs away yet again, so we follow him. After winning the next fight, we acquire the Magic Anvil, which can be used to craft new gear. And a few levels after that, we get the Magic Cauldron, which can be used to brew healing potions and some other things. I myself don't use the cauldron that much, or rather the potions, but the Magic Anvil is fairly useful in the story mode of the game. After getting the anvil and the cauldron, we get to our first big castle. Big castles are 5-wave battles that have some kind of boss battle at the end. The first one has Prince Porky, who is held by Whispig. The final wave of the big castles also often spawn these small bomb things that are quite annoying but can be dealt with, especially with Chuck. The fight is fairly easy, considering this is the first big tower in the game, so we end up being victorious and we get back our first egg. This makes Whispig fly away with the rest of the eggs, revealing us more of the map. And another egg location. Prince Porky just runs away. Now that we have acquired our first egg, we get to buy our first new classes, the Guardian for Red and the Lightning Bird for Chuck. As you probably have already realized, every bird has different classes. They primarily change the bird support ability, but often also the attack. With our new classes, we move fairly quickly forward. We face some new pigs along the way, but nothing special. After a while, we unlock our next bird, Matilda. I'd say Matilda is one of the most important birds in the game, since she is the healer of the team. With Matilda, we basically don't need the healing potions anymore. After unlocking Matilda, we breeze pretty quickly through the levels, since none of them really give us any problems. And pretty quickly, we finally reach Prince Porky again. All this time he has been running away with this golden big machine. The golden big machine is one of the only ways to unlock these weapons called set items. The catch is that the golden big machine works by gambling. Thank you, Romeo. As said, Prince Porky is yet again running away, this time with his hot air balloon, which he proceeds to crash on the desert island. Now how do we get over there? Oh. And that's how we get another bird to our flock.
I eat dirt.
Bomb is a little weird character. It's not my favorite, but I somewhat like it. After getting Bomb, we run after these pirate pigs, who have stolen the ship's wheel, and after defeating them a few times, we obtain it. And now we progress to our first ship levels. After a while, we reach a new shop to buy classes. This is where we get to buy undeniably the best class for Red, the Samurai. The Samurai is great, melee support ability, which grants 50% less damage taken to the target bird and 40% to the other birds. This ability is great, and it can be used to defend against a wide variety of pigs. We also unlock another class for Matilda, the Druid, which healing ability is also really good. After a few levels, we finally reach Prince Porky again, but this time he decides to lock our way into the desert island with this gate. While he torments us with the key, the Blues steal it, which makes Prince Porky go after them. After beating a few sea levels and sinking 3 ships in the process, we have saved the Blues. Or Jim, Jake and Jay. And we also obtain the key to open the gate. The Blues are quite a fun character to play. Their classes' support abilities are often unique and can be used in many different ways. I like the Blues. Anyway, now we are in the desert island and really close to the second deck. After a few quite easy levels, we reach the second big castle. This one is definitely harder than the first one, but still quite an easy one. I remember struggling on this when I was a kid, but now it's fairly easy. And before I know it, we have reached the final floor of the castle. And now we encounter Prince Porky yet again. But once more, we come out victorious and he is defeated yet again. And we obtain our second egg. This time, Whispig decides to fly quite a far away from us, all the way to the Star Reef. So I guess we just got to... This part of the game is pretty straightforward. We just go level after level until we reach the Star Reef. Along the way, however, we unlock some new classes. Mainly the Rainbird for Chuck, which is by far the best one for him. Its attack poisons all of the enemies for the next 3 turns, and its support ability removes all negative effects from the target, and also heals all birds. We also unlock the Arena. The arena is one of the game aspects that was removed after the game was discontinued, but thanks to the mod, it's back. In the arena, you can play against other players' birds while competing in different leagues. It's really fun once you are at higher level, but for now, we will focus on the campaign. After quite many levels, we are getting really close to the third deck. Along the way, we encounter this Coast Pig. I remember struggling also on this. The Coast ability to summon new Coast is really annoying, since they come back after only 2 turns, after being defeated. But after a while, we eventually defeat him. At this point, I humbly ask you to subscribe. I would really appreciate it, since this is a new and small channel. But if you don't want to... Now we are in the Star Reef. I'd say this is one of the most frustrating areas of the game. The pigs here are almost all undead, meaning they come back after just 2 or 3 turns. Wispig also decides that we don't have enough trouble already, and blocks us our way to the big castle with this blue gate. I also come to the realization that my bird's gear is not the best, so I farm materials for some time and craft new gear. Now that we have finally reached the big castle and have better gear with us, it's time to get the third deck back. The third big castle is again a little bit harder than the last one, mainly because of these undead pigs, but we get through it. At the final floor, we face Wispig for the first time. He is however no match to us, since he is not that powerful at this point of the game yet. With the final blow being Red's Rage Chili ability, Wispig is defeated, and the third deck is ours. This time, Wispig flies away to the Crown Mountains with the last 2 eggs. After we defeated him, we received the blue key, which can be used to unlock the blue gates. After unlocking this gate, we advance into the bamboo forest, and we get through the level. As you can see, the ninja pigs kidnap Bomb, Chuck and Red. And now we are left with only Matilda and the blues. This makes the few following levels a little bit harder, but we eventually get Bomb back and then Chuck, which makes the levels easier. We still however need Red, but Prince Porky flies away with him with his hot air balloon. Now how do we get over there? Oh, this guy, Professor Pig, can build us an airship, but we need to get some parts for him. And after a few levels we have all the parts, and we get the airship and then Red. Now we are in the cold Crown Mountains, and pretty quickly we reach the 4th big castle. We go in and get to the final floor fairly quickly. This time we face both Wispig and Prince Porky at the same time. This gives us the hardest fight yet, but with carefully planned turns we defeat both of them, and the 4th deck is ours. Wispig flies away with Prince Porky to the big city, where the King Pig is waiting, giving us our final big castle. Before going to the big city, I decided to get to this shop first. When we reach it, we can buy one of the best classes for Matilda, the Priestess. The healing that you get from this class is amazing, and the damage is also great. Now that we have Priestess, we go forward trying to reach the big city. Along the way, we encounter the Mighty Eagle, who gives us a task to retrieve this sword. It's however out of our reach for now, so we go back to getting to the big city. When we are getting close to the big city, our path is blocked by King Pig and Prince Porky. When we try to fly over them with our airship, the pigs use a catapult on us, which again blocks our path to the city. When we try to get around the catapults through the ocean, our way is blocked by sea mines. This is when our friend Professor Pig has a clever idea to get us a submarine. Unfortunately, we have to get it from the pigs by going through a lot of levels in these moorlands. They have quite a lot of brutes as enemies, but after a while we eventually reach the sea again. Now we just follow the submarine for a few ship levels and now we have it. With our new submarine we can bypass the sea mines easily, and we have finally reached the big city. On our way to the final big castle we encounter Prince Porky and then Wispig, and after defeating them they both flee to the big castle. And now we have reached the final battle. The last egg is almost in our reach. King Pig's castle is by far the hardest challenge in the game yet. The floors leading up to the final one are all pretty annoying. And the final floor, we face King Pig, Wispig and Prince Porky. They all also spawn these healing bombs, which makes the fight even more irritating. This took me a few tries, since a lot of the fights depend purely on RNG, at least with my strategy. But with a little bit of trial and error and changing the tactics a little bit, we finally get this run. And now, the final egg is ours. Yep, you saw that right. Whispig flies away with the final egg and King Pig's crown all the way up to the Hoghead Mountain, giving us the true final Pig Castle. He protects himself with every type of wizard pig in the game. So, to the Hoghead Mountain we go. All of these wizard pig fights are quite easy, since they all have their own strategies. The priestess class for Matilda is a huge help in the battles because of the healing, but after defeating 5 types of wizard pigs, the shield of Whispig falls and the final battle begins. The final battle is fairly hard, but after trying a few different strategies, I decided to settle on this one, using red samurai, Matilda's priestess and blue's trickster. After a few tries, we defeat the first wave and get to the final fight, where we face demonic Whispig. But to our surprise, Prince Porky joins us in the fight, making the battle a little bit easier. The hardest part about this fight is that Whispig spawns these small ghosts, and after a few turns, he consumes them, healing him in the process a lot. But with careful turns, and with the final attack done by Prince Porky, Whispig is defeated for good.